So I'm doing something wholly unoriginal, but original for my channel, and that is talking about some upcoming new releases that I'm excited about. So I don't really keep up with new releases very much. I mostly read backlisted titles, mostly. But one evening, I decided to look up some new releases, some books that were upcoming in the next season. There were several that caught my eye, so I figured, hey, let's try it out. Let's make a video, see how it goes. So I have 6 books on this list of books that are upcoming in the fall, that I'm excited about. First one barely counts, really, because technically this book is published September 10th, which is not technically fall, but close enough. I'm gonna count it, because I'm the master of this video. And that's The Institute by Stephen King. Stephen King is an author that I'm only recently delving into his works, but I've been very happy with what I've seen so far. So The Institute starts out, as far as I understand it, with a child napping, as it should. A young boy has been snatched from his home and put in this institute where he's with other children that have powers, abilities, specifically telekinesis and telepathy. The thing about this institute is that it's brutal and awful, and our kid wants out. But nobody leaves the institute. By the time this video will be posted, I believe this book will already be released. So hopefully I will be picking it up very soon. Next we have Daughters of Neary. If I pronounce it wrong, I apologize. By the time the book is out, I will know what it's properly called. So this is an example of why beautiful covers matter. I saw this cover somewhere online, I don't even remember, but the second I saw it, I did a screenshot and later went back and looked it up, and I am very interested, mostly because of this gorgeous cover, but also the plot is very promising. So this is apparently about a gruesome war that ended in the gods leaving the earth. However, there are 2 girls, twins separated at birth, who were brought up believing that they were humans. Turns out they're gods, and they're gonna save the world. I'm pretty sure this book is about them finding each other, teaming up, and defeating the, I think the king is the big bad. Either way, the cover's gorgeous. Twins, separated at birth, coming together to find each other, to team up, to take down the bad guy. I'm gonna try it. Get a Life, Chloe Brown. This is one that I'm still a little bit on the fence. The premise sounds really interesting to me, but I'm still really bad at picking out the right kind of romance books for me, so if y'all know anything about this author, maybe you could help me out. I tend to be more on the side of like a really sweet, cute romance and less on the side of steamy scenes, so let me know what this kind of falls under. But according to the book description, this is a contemporary romance, and contemporary usually means I'm good, I'm safe. So this book follows a girl who is chronically ill, and after nearly dying over her medical issues, she's decided to create essentially a bucket list, a list of things that she wants to do before she dies to get a life. If you've been following my channel for very long, you probably know that I grew up chronically ill. I was born with a really rare disease that was life-threatening, nearly died, all that good stuff, fun times. I don't really talk about it on my channel because I don't wanna. But when I see books where that's the focus, it kind of hits me in a way, it hits me in my feelings in a way that other books don't really hit me. It's a weird experience reading about chronic illness when you know what that looks like. That said, that coupled with her bucket list of things to do could work out to be a really awesome book. One that I'm pretty excited about. Next we have Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. I read, what's the first book called? Skyward. I read Skyward, I think earlier this year. It's a young adult sci-fi by Brandon Sanderson. The first book was just such a great start to a series. It was a lot of build-up, it was a lot of ground laying, and it was done in a really engaging way that made me enjoy it the entire way through. I really loved our protagonist. A lot of people don't like her, but I like her a whole lot. Oh yeah, I have a review. There it is. Up there and in the description. You should check it out if you want to know why I liked her so much. I liked her a lot. Anyway, the way book 1 ended got me really, really excited for book 2, so I do want to pick up book 2 as soon as it comes out in November. Next we have Supernova, which is another young adult sci-fi sequel. So the first 2 books are Renegades and Arch Enemies, and I just really like these books. I don't really know why, I just really do. It's about superheroes and supervillains who basically rule the world and the mere mortals are useless because they're used to the superheroes doing everything for them. We follow Nova, who is a bad guy, and some fella who's a good guy, can't remember his name. She is undercover as a good guy, as a superhero, trying to infiltrate their forces. They fall in love. It's so typical. Like, it's such a typical story, but with really unique elements that I just ended up really liking it. Even though it did so many things that I don't like, there are so many things that I like that just make me want to keep reading. Book 2 is definitely a middle book, but I enjoyed it anyway, dude. I don't know. Anyway, this is the conclusion. I'm excited to wrap it up. I think it's gonna be good. A Madness of Sunshine is a thriller coming out in December. This is about a girl who left New Zealand as a kid, left New Zealand, promised she would never be back, but now she has returned, and it's a rough struggle getting back into a place and around people that she never wanted to return to. The other perspective is a detective who's also been through a lot of things and isn't really happy with his life situation at the moment, but then a murder happens and he has to start digging, and it turns out that it's connected to a string of murders, and he has to hunt down who done it, and in the process he teams up with this girl that I just mentioned because she knows the layout, she knows the land, and they work together. I love thrillers. I don't love whodunits, and I don't love following the detective. So this could be hit or miss, but for some reason it grabs me. The Wives, another thriller. So this is a story about a woman who's married to a man who's married to 2 other women. She knows it. She's cool with it. They have an agreement. She doesn't know the other wives, so it's not like a sister wife situation. She doesn't know the other wives, but she's cool with their arrangement. She sees him 1 day a week. It's solid. She loves him. It's great. Until it's not. She decides to hunt down one of the other wives and goes to visit her, but doesn't tell this other wife who she is. In doing so, she finds that the other wife has been... Hit my mic. In doing so, she finds that the other wife is being abused by her husband, who is our wife's husband, who is not abusive. Turns out she doesn't know this man as well as she thought, and that's all I know. Sounds awesome. I'm gonna try it. Those are the books that I'm excited about, the new releases coming that I want to pick up as soon as they are released. Let me know if you're interested in any of these, if you're gonna pick them up as well, and let me know what your new releases that you're excited about are so I can look them up, because suddenly that's something I'm interested in. I post videos every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.